Okay, a little update on our vertically grown squash, which so far I'm real happy with my results. I am having an issue though with what I think is a calcium deficiency in my dirt. And me and my bride have already discussed it. This fall and winter, these raised beds are going to have to be revamped. Our zucchini is not growing. I stepped in a hole. As we'd like for it to. I mean, the plants look great, just the fruit's not, the vegetables not doing really good. We're starting to get a few along, but my vertical squash, I'm just as happy as I can be with the vertical growing. Thus far, we've not had any issues with any type of insects, the powdery mold stuff, none of that stuff. And looking good. The only issue I've had is with once the fruit sets, they'll start rotting within just a few days. And here's an example. Right there. You see that? So I got on the old interweb and beepity bop, bop, bop. Well, no, it's more like tick, 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 tick. And it said it's a lack of calcium causing that. And I mean, you can tell by looking at our dirt, we should have done something this year. We didn't, but we're definitely going to next year. So it said what it is, needs some calcium, and lime is a good way to provide calcium. And so I guess you see the white residue there. I got some powdered lime and have worked it in. And where I bought the lime, I was telling the old boy about it. He said, well, I've heard that a calcium deficiency in your soil, if you have old milk, milk out of date, milk sour, whatever, just pour that around them. Hey, milk's full of calcium. So this plant up here on the end, yesterday we had some out of date milk and I poured it and it was out of date. I mean, it was starting to smell bad. So I did that there and we'll see what happens. Now, camera angles are kind of weird, but I've got this bucket. That's a 5-gallon Homer bucket. You see how tall my squash is compared to that 5-gallon Homer bucket? And I just keep tying it up. This in here, I ain't got but about another foot that I can tie it. I don't know. So anyway, just I'll give a little update on the squash. My jalapeno peppers are kicking in finally. The not no-see-ums, that's bugs. The Fool Jews, the ones that have the not real hotness. One of them's looking good. The other one's looking, the other two, I ain't gonna make it. And it's all because somebody didn't pick her kale, yeah. And she just won't see what's gonna happen to it. But now here's the actual jalapenos up here. Got one right there that needs to be picked probably. A couple down there on that too. And of course, the tomatoes are looking wonderful. This tomato come up volunteer from last year. And damn blame jarro spiders, I hate them. And I know hate's a strong word for a good Baptist like myself, but pretty sure Jesus never did come across no jarro spiders. But yeah, my bush tomatoes here, they're really getting some size. Now bush tomatoes don't grow gargantuan tomatoes, and the plants themselves are determinate. They don't grow crazy like those. See these tomatoes right here. I'm 6 foot tall. Well, 5'11", and these things are 6 foot tall, and they're still going. And look down here. Looky. Red maters. Looky, red maters. The blackberries are all but done. And I mean, some of my canes have died. I don't know if they got overloaded with weight and broke. I can't remember last year when the canes started dying because they only produce on second year canes and then they die. So, but yeah, we got We got a bumper crop. We got quite a few jars of jelly, and we got a bunch of them froze in the refrigerator. Here's a couple more of the volunteer. I'm pretty sure those are Tommy toes as well. The martins are hollering, but probably a hawk around here somewhere. Martins are just about done. They don't stay much past July the 4th. And as hot and dry as it's been, I feel sure that'll be the same case this year. We're hot and dry here in Georgia, folks. I don't know where you're at or what it's like, but it's not good here. When your goat pasture starts getting pretty dry, and what, the 24th, 25th day of June, we hadn't had any measurable rain here in over 2 weeks, and you know, we're pushing. Well, like I've already given an example of the temperatures we're pushing here. I don't know if y'all can hear the martins chirping. Got some crows in the area. There may be a Cooper's hawk in here somewhere trying to find a cheap meal. I bet you that way up there is a hawk of some sort. He's not shaped like a crow. But anyway, so yeah, it's warm out here. What shall we do? We'll go find God's air conditioning and sit down and talk for a while.